deep in the heart of the 90s, when Scott Pilgrim was just a twinkle in somebody's eye, there was another Canadian superhero, the Skeleton Key. Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Will Bay, and today, as I said, I'm looking at some Skeleton Key comics. I was able to pick up 1 through 6 of this strange, delightful little series, and we're going to flip through them. If I remember right, as I have always seen, these were Canadian superheroes. This was a Canadian book. I don't really know what the power set is. I've only held a couple issues in my hand in my life, but I was able to pick up a set for little of nothing. So I think I paid like $10 for the set. So let's see what we got here. Beyond the Threshold, we got Black and White, of course, everything. And so that tells you that maybe the art is not going to be quite as dynamic as it is in some stuff. It's very grizzled. It kind of looks like an old Clerks comic. And sometimes these I don't really care for. Like, the art is a hindrance to me for me to enjoy it. I don't know if that would be the case in this one. It just has a cool feel to it. And you can tell somebody spent a lot of work on these. It reminds me of something that would come from Oni Press. I love the costume. I love that La Muerta Day of the Dead type outfit. And what is this? Cool Fun Comics, nothing amazing about it. Amaze Inc. is the publisher. And I can't say as I am familiar with anything from Amaze Inc. But it looks like a comic that you would probably buy at what's that store? The one that's in every mall. Hot Topic. Like, this would be a Hot Topic comic. But it's not really that creepy. But it is odd. A lot of small panels. You can tell they're working with what they have. You can tell it's not this is not a huge money-making venture here. This isn't Marvel or DC. This is somebody's labor of love, and they're cranking out a book that they believe in. And so a lot of times when you've got books like that, is the art going to be that fantastic? No. Is the production of the book going to be that great? Probably not. Will it still have some charm to it? Yes. And the fact that this is 95, an independent book, and they're only wanting $1.50 an issue, you got to respect that. Because a lot of times, these independent comic books, they got to charge a lot for them. Like, a lot. And it's difficult. It's difficult to get into them and buy them because you're looking at something that isn't maybe up to the standards that you're used to, and then they want you to pay more for it. It makes it a tough go for indie publishers. Hence why this one is probably not that well known. But I did pick up some from, I think, when they were published by Slave Labor Graphics. They had these strangely large, beautiful pastel covers. And I picked one up because I didn't know what it was, and I read it, and I really enjoyed it. And that's why when I saw these are older versions. This is different stuff. I was very interested in picking them up for what it is. If you want to know what the story is so far, there it is. Fox Powers, Kitsune. Kitsune! Fox Powers in the heart of Canada. The girl with Fox Powers has the 2 dots on her head. She almost looks anime, but she's not. The other girl looks more Hispanic, or maybe I'm just impressing that on her because of the La Muerta Day of the Dead skeleton outfit. Back issues. Scarlet Thunder ad. Last issue. Like I said, there's another issue after this. My bad. You tell this is not printed on highest graded paper because you can literally read through it like course you can there. But like even with it closed, you can see the ink and that drawing on the inside. So I mean, yeah, you can tell. There's not a lot of money back in this, but I still love it. I love the big, intense, glossy spread pages. I love expensive comics. I love superhero books. I get a little bit of everything and I enjoy it. And sometimes something that's a little weirder, a little more down to earth, and a little more independent minded is very enjoyable. I'll definitely give these a read at some point. But I just had to pick it up. I remember I've seen this t-shirt. I like wanted that t-shirt. Boney Apparel. Last issue, we got Kitsune on the cover. Paint your face, I guess. I don't know. The story thus far. Any book that features a raccoon heavily in it, I'm gonna probably support that. I do like me some raccoons. That's not just riding on the rocket hype. I had a pet raccoon growing up, so I've always been a big fan of raccoons. One of the cooler pets I think I ever had. When he reached about a year old, we had to let him go, but he was fine. We even saw like other farmers who lived around where we did were like, oh yeah, we saw your raccoon, he's doing fine, you know, he's just sitting around eating mulberries. Anyway, that's that. Too Cool for Words, Swerve. So that's Skeleton Key 1 through 6. They're pretty thin, they're light on the ads. There's not, you know, massive dynamic pages. You got some cool covers. But that's the book. That's your indie, that's how indie comics go. So there's not a lot to linger on. There's not a ton I can really expound on without having read them. The art isn't something that's it's gonna really draw your attention. It's good enough, it's interesting, but it's the plot and the intent and the story that's going to carry you through the series. So if you're into that, if you're into independent books, give Skeleton Key a try. Look for it. I usually grab them when I see them, which is not hardly ever, but when I see a good deal on them, I will pick them up. So that is my story. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys later. Bye.